Back with you now on Wave Listens Live for a Warren Wealth Wednesday with Marcus Warren. He's here today in our studio answering your questions. We've been talking about all kinds of different important financial issues and things that you need to know about as we head towards the end of the year. And so good to see you again and get some of these questions answered. You got a lot coming into you these days.
Yeah, Ask Marcus is booming, man. Business is booming. So you know, we're on here. We're answering a lot of questions, and you know, people they just keep rolling in.
Well, this is helpful stuff, so I would say get your note-taking ready. Let's start with Daryl, who is asking our first question. Says, I'm 62, I'm retiring next month. My wife's still working for a few more years. We have enough cash to pay off our home mortgage. Our rate is 2.75%. My wife thinks we shouldn't pay off yet. What do you think?
So there's a couple of trains of thought when it comes to paying off the mortgage. One is just the financial aspect of it, and the other is emotional. The financial aspect is, one, 2.75% is a pretty low rate. And so if your other investments are doing better than that, minus fees and expenses and taxes, then you might want to keep the mortgage, right? On the other side, there's just the liquidity thing, right? So if you have cash sitting in investments or in savings, if an emergency pops up, you can get to that money quickly. But if you use that money to pay your mortgage off, now that money is tied up in your house. So you need to think about those things also. So that's the financial aspect of it. And then there's just the emotional aspect of it. You know, having your house paid off gives a lot of people peace of mind, just knowing that they don't have that mortgage payment anymore. You know, they can go off into retirement without having that proverbial monkey on their back. And so, you know, it really just depends. If you want that peace of mind, then maybe you should pay it off. If not, you would keep the mortgage. But I think the wife said that she would rather not pay the house off. So happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Keep the mortgage.
Not going to hurt you to right. Keep it going. Okay. Bill has our next question here. Bill writes, I don't think I paid enough taxes this year. I'm retired and received 2 small pensions and an RMD along with my Social Security. But the only tax I paid was 10% from the RMD. Should I just wait until I file taxes to pay the balance due, or should I work on it now? Should I pay something now?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's a question I get often when people transition from working to retirement. And you know, our system, our tax system, is a pay-as-you-go system. And generally, while you're working, you know, you have your W-2, you get your money from your employer, and you're paying along the way via withholdings. And so, there's a couple of ways that you can deal with that. If he's only paid 10%. It may not be enough to pay to get to the government. So he can ramp up his withholding. So if he's getting a pension, Social Security, even his RMDs, he can basically go back, fill out those forms and say, you know what, withhold more so I don't have to pay more at the end of the year. Or when you're retired, you can also handle it by paying estimated quarterly taxes. So if he calculates what he thinks he's going to make, you can go ahead and pay the government ahead of time, just so at the end of the year, you're not hit with any penalties or interest for not paying enough. So I would basically go back, look into that, and make sure that you're paying enough, getting enough to Uncle Sam so he doesn't get you with those interest and penalties.
Because he will.
Yes, he will.
All right. Annie has our third question today. Annie says, I recently learned that my company offers a Roth 401k. My income is too high for a Roth IRA right now, but can I have both 401k and Roth 401k accounts?
Yeah, Annie, you can have both. So the difference is, with a traditional regular 401k, you put pre-tax money in, it grows tax deferred, you take it out and you're taxed on it. With a Roth 401k, you put after-tax dollars in there, it grows tax deferred, you pull it out and it's tax-free. And so you can have both. The one thing you have to understand is, with that traditional 401k, if you make $100,000, you put away 10%, you put away $10,000, your taxable income is $90,000 because you get that tax deduction along the way. With a Roth 401k, you make $100,000, you put away $10,000 into your Roth 401k, your taxable income is still that $100,000. Now, The benefit of that, though, is when that Roth grows, when you pull that money out, it's tax-free. So you really got to weigh both options, kind of see where you are. But you can do both of them. You probably should do both of them. I lean more towards the Roth because it's better to have tax-free income down the line when taxes are probably going to be higher. So I would go that route.
Good to keep in mind. All right, we've got about 2 minutes left. A couple more questions to get to. Diane writes, I've been seeing QCD as a strategy to reduce your taxes. Do you think this is a good idea for someone in retirement to do?
Yeah, real quick, yeah. A QCD is a qualified charitable distribution. Basically, if you have money in an IRA, you can send it directly to a charity of your choice, a qualified charity of your choice, and it doesn't count as taxable income. So if you have a pension, you have Social Security, you have other monies coming in, and you don't need a lot of that money that you've had for retirement, then you can do that. And then also, if you're getting required minimum distributions in retirement and you don't need that, you can send that directly to that charity, and then you're not taxed on that. So that is a good option.
Good idea. All right, so we've got about a minute left, so this might have to hit it quick. Ron says, decades ago, I purchased a couple of stocks in my IRA. Over the years, they have experienced about 800% gains. I'm retired now, wondering if I need to sell. When's the best time to do it? Don't want to lose the gains.
You can't time the market, Ron. You've had some good gains. It's all a matter of if you feel that that stock has run its course. I don't try to time the market. It could go down from here, it could go up from here. I'm not sure, but you have pretty significant gains. Take it off the table. You're supposed to buy high. You're supposed to sell high anyway. It's high. Sell it. Make the profit, move on about your business.
Yeah, have a nice life.
There you go.
All right, warrenwealth.net, best place to get in contact with you.
Yeah, warrenwealth.net. Ask Marcus. Your question could be answered here on the show.
Yeah, great questions today. Always good to have you on the show. Good to see you, and thanks for the advice.
Appreciate it.
Happy holidays if I don't see you before then. I'll see all of you back here tomorrow, same time.